please get interactive. Make sure that on Facebook you log on to the page Joy News on TV, and also touch base with us on our handle on Twitter at Joy News on TV. I have my personal handle, Walker Ghana. Mama V Abuaje is her handle on Twitter as well. I always go there because I'm a keen follower of that very handle. Not many times you post.
No, but no. I'll post something very controversial today. Yeah.
Okay. What controversy do you want to state?
Oh, but if I tell you, then it won't be controversy anymore.
Well, so this is what we're going to do. Many of you have had experiences. We know many of you have taken flights either to Sunyani, to elsewhere in the country, and you've had some experiences as well. We would want you to share those experiences with us in the course of the last 20 minutes that we have before we close the show.
You know, what has happened to STC now?
No.
I also... Okay, so I did announce before that the Deputy Minister of Transport was scheduled to be my guest until this morning when she called to cancel. But one of the things that I wanted us to look at objectively was public transport. You know, and
all modes of public transport.
Exactly.
It could be air, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be intercity, you know.
Intracity.
Exactly. And I want to know, you know, like the bigger plans. Because yesterday when we were discussing the issues, somebody reminded me of the lanes, the special lanes that had been dedicated for buses.
Okay,
you remember?
We have the bus rapid transit system.
We were supposed to dedicate one lane for them. What has happened to it?
That project,
yes,
the World Bank funded project, I believe $95 million or so.
See,
yeah.
So there are so many issues that I wanted to get into today, but unfortunately, we can discuss it amongst ourselves. Some people have said that they would love it and they would not mind parking their private cars and joining public transport, except example, that it's not conducive.
It was, I think the whole plan is to have people from Kaswa, etc., join BRT buses. If you go to a city like Lagos, and then there's a Curitiba. Curitiba is in Brazil, one of the host venues for the World Cup, and they have dedicated lanes. You go to Peru, they also tend to have it in Lima as well. So it's an initiative that is good. It ensures speedy transportation of people in bulk. Alongside the lanes would have been rest stops. So you go to a bus stop, let's say you come to Makola, and there's a special lane there. There's a rest stop, rest stop. You have restaurants, recreational facilities. I mean, the ones you see are the mall type.
Yeah.
You know? That's the whole grand plan for the whole project. But we seem to have had some stalls within the project.
Yeah, we should know why.
And that's why we spend a lot of money constructing
we should know why.
That very overpass around the Graphic Road.
Yeah.
You know, it's all for the exclusive lanes for that very project.
Yeah, but what has happened to it?
You know, Ghana, we have the plans, but somehow.
Yeah, but if you have the plans and you don't carry them through, then what's the point in having plans? Because sometimes even the planning, we hire people to do the professional planning for us. And if we don't carry through with the plans, then we've wasted money, you know.
I side with you.
Yeah.
So this is what we want you to do. Very soon we'll put in the phone lines on your screen.
Can I announce?
Yes.
Okay, because it's in my head, you know. The numbers we are
I never keep it.
Yeah.
I never keep it.
0302 211 6910. 0302 211 6910. We're talking transport issues.
0202.
No. 03, that's the code.
Okay, sorry.
0302 is the code.
0302 221169.
211691.
Well, so before we do all those announcements also, we have to get some perspective on modes of transport. And you wanted to know what the whole plans are.
Yeah. So the president of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport, Godwin Douglas Mensah, joins us via phone. And I want to say good morning and thank you so much for agreeing to speak to us. Mr. Mensah, if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Okay. We're just talking about, you know, the whole bigger plan for public transport system in Ghana. I remember some time back, we had dedicated some lanes for public buses. And maybe you probably know what the latest is on that.
Oh, yes. Interestingly, just a few days ago, I interacted with one of the officials of the Ministry of Transport. I was also asking this kind of question because it has become imperative that we need to have a public transport system that will move a large number of people. And I think the ministry started what we call the BRT, that's the Bus Rapid Transit System. But I was told that the program stalled because of financing. Actually, the ministry is starting another project that may start maybe in December. There they will have some buses to run alongside the main transport system in Ghana. But they will have dedicated transport routes. And that is going to start work on, I think, in December. So that's what is on the line now. Yeah.
But you know, the fact is, if we have buses, if we have public buses effectively running, do you honestly believe that people would park their private vehicles and jump onto those buses? Because the issue of timing is also really important.
Yeah, I think that's the more reason why we need to have a dedicated route for all the buses, so that timing that I'm talking about, where business people will even want to join the buses. In fact, there's need for us to operate the buses in such a way that private vehicle operators will switch from their private cars into the bus system. In fact, that will depend upon how they will manage them, how they will create routes for them, so that they will not mingle with other transport systems like these structural vehicles. And when the vehicles get to the traffic light, there's a sensor that they will have to create, so that when they will give the road the way to the buses before any other vehicle that goes forward. And that's what they intend to do. And I think that I spoke to one of the officials at the ministry 3 days ago, and he gave me this perspective that that's what they are planning to do. But the project is starting from Amasama to Accra to the Central Business District. And actually, that's been the problem all over the world. In fact, if you don't have dedicated route, and you are not punishing people who violate the rule, in fact, then it's going to be a problem. But he assured me that there will be people to monitor and make sure that they do the right thing. The motorists do the right thing and give way to the bus systems.
So, so until then, the situation will still have to be a bit chaotic, because a lot more people are buying cars.
In fact, the disadvantage of is people are buying cars because they have not got a trust in the public transport system. And should I ask that whether we have a public transport system? There must be a good public transport system in a city to move large number of people. But in case they don't have a good public transport system, people will depend upon their cars because it gives them priority, it gives them opportunity to be free from other people, and they will move as and when they want. And so that's why we are saying that we should dissuade people from using private vehicles. To dissuade them, we have to provide an alternative that we rely on. In fact, you don't expect somebody who is prepared going to work to be sitting in the same bus with somebody who is a fish smoker. And so they must create such situations so that people will switch from their cars into the public transport system. And that should be done by government. And also, the rules and regulations should be working. That's one problem that we have in this country, because it looks like rules and regulations, misbehavior of drivers on the road, they leave the main road and go into the pedestrian walkway, which is so dangerous. And they knock down people like that. There should be police present. There should be people to monitor and make sure that people are punished, and they will leave the road to be free, and they will be used so that they will remove congestion.
You know, there's another issue that bothers me, especially during rush hours. You know, the expansion works that we've done on some of the roads, And if we take a look at the Nsawam Kumasi Road, for instance, when you're getting towards, I think it's the Neoplan station, there's always a lot of traffic. I mean, when we do the roads, the whole idea is so traffic can flow. But if it's choking still, then the question of what kind of planning went in, and when we are planning for road expansions, do we give ourselves, are we planning for, okay, so we're doing the road so that it will be free for the next 5 or 10 years? Are we thinking about something like that, or we just do it because we have to do something?
In fact, you see, I have a concern myself that when, in fact, the contractors even should understand that the fact that they are constructing roads will not remove the people from the place. So they need to make alternative routing for motorists. But I believe that they don't do it. But I think it is the duty of the contractors to make sure that they provide alternative movement, where to move, where to go, and so on. Yes, you know, when you construct a road, you're going to do a lot of studies and find out how many vehicles or volume of traffic will be on that road for a certain period of time. I think they do it, in fact, it's done. You know, and when you see that the route is carrying more people, more than you have planned for, then it means that you have to do something about it. And you know, when roads are constructed, a lot of people set in, even though they don't have a place to, they don't have anything to do in that area. Everybody wants a good road. And that's why you see that many people, they don't care whether if they enter into the new road, their journey is going to be longer. But once it is a good road and they'll have a good feel of driving on a good road, you see a lot of more people coming into the place. And so it is for us as planners to make sure that we do some of these roads properly and make sure that people will not get into this. But we should give provision even when the construction is going on, because business must go on.
But I see that you're very passionate about this. Some of these things, you tell the ministry, because for some of us who do not have expertise, when we talk, it will just be like, oh, you're talking. But you have the expertise. They should definitely listen to you. But do they?
Oh, they do. They do. In fact, recently, the ministry has appointed me as a member of the Ministerial Advisory Board, a member of the Ministerial Advisory Board at the Ministry of Transport. And so, quite recently, we were in Kumasi, I think on 25th of September, to discuss about the work that all the agencies of the ministry are doing to bring about sanity into the transport system. And I think that there is a lot of work that is going on, including the rail, including the maritime transport and all other transport systems, including the water lake transport, where they can use the badges to travel to maybe Buite and do the distribution of goods and passengers. So something is going on indeed, and I do believe that we talk to the ministry a lot. We do. We do.
But my worry is, do they really listen to you? Because if they listen, then they would input what you suggest.
Well, yes. Like I'm only a member of the Ministerial Advisory Board, and we expect that we give them a lot of advice, and they should be able to use it because it brings about sanity into our transport. Safety has been a big problem, and what I want to say is that you know that road transport has been overused in this country because Ghana has not actually enjoyed other modes of transport, like the rail. You know, we haven't enjoyed other modes of transport. If we did, you see that even people will leave the road vehicles and go into the rail. And this is what we will wish to advise government, that we should do something, introduce an urban transport system that will be able to use the other rail, transport system. But all others also on finance. And that's some of the issues that we talk about.
All right. Mr. Godwin Douglas Mensah, I really appreciate your time. I think what we have to do really is to bring you in studio one of these days, because there are a lot of technical questions that we want you to break down for us.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure, and I thank you for the opportunity.
All right. Thank you very much. He's the president of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport, or Transportation, speaking to me there on various issues. Are you, I don't know, are you confident enough after that conversation that there's something positive going to happen?
You and I know what
because we're still locked down because of money.
I think as far as the issue of elevation of public transportation system is concerned, I've always said that we need a certain grand plan. Just like when it comes to the subject of energy, we need a grand plan. What is a strategy? How do we intend achieving it? The next 5 years, where will we be? 10 years, where will we be? For example, since the 1800s, tunnels have been dug in New York to make way for underground trains. In UK, they call them tubes. Okay, what have we done? If we had started digging tunnels from Accra Central in 1960, where would we have been in 2014?
Can I tell you what we've done? We built shopping malls and put up huge structures in traffic-prone areas, making the situation worse.
Okay, so now what is the plan to make sure if we're not able to start it by 1960, how do we hope that we can start next year, and by after 30 years, then the people of Tamale can safely say they'll have a train service that will commute from Accra to Tamale, and thereafter we're going to have rest stops and adjoining train lines from, let's say, Kumasi to Obuasi, etc. Do we have the plans?
That's a beautiful dream that you're dreaming this morning.
Every year we put in something small. Every year we put in something small because that's the dream. Because then we know that it is not based on the wishful thinking of any political party, but it's based on the wishful thinking of the state of Ghana. So when the political party comes, the NPP comes, they come to do a kilometer for 4 years or 8 years. NDC comes to do a kilometer for 4 or 8 years. So by 2060, we know that not you and I are going to enjoy it, because I'm sure by that time
our children. But that's the whole idea.
We don't have it.
It's for us to build a better nation for the people who will come after us. But you see, it's not the fault of the politicians.
In the 60s, the United States of America made sure they sponsored their first flight to the moon. Now they even send normal aircraft to the moon.
We haven't finished exploiting the Earth. Good. We can't go to the moon.
So if they were doing
dreaming.
Do you get what I mean?
I get you. And it makes a lot of sense, seriously.
It should make
it's
a lot
heartbreaking,
of sense.
but I think the problem is also all of us. All of us.
Yes.
Because we talk about things that are not necessarily important. I mean, look at this tier 2. It came to us and it was like a big surprise, but this is a conversation that started way back. We forget about the details of some of these things.
I've answered the question long ago.
Who is talking about trains? No one.
And train is I would love to park my car close to the motorway.
And just jump on a train.
Jump on the train and come to Fanofa, and then I go to Adabraka to my work site.
And then when you're done, you just drive around only on weekends. You will not be buying a lot of fuel. I mean,
I'll be having a bus ticket or a train ticket.
Can you imagine?
I'll be watching a movie on a train. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Taking a tea.
Listen, we apologize because we announced the phone lines, but we couldn't really activate it. We will talk about the Multi-TV mobile clinic, which is coming to maybe your community. You want to stay on and listen.
It's actually coming to my community next.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We hope that they will not come and break them down like some how do you call that? Demolition exercise. They will not be demolished.
We're taking a break. We'll be right back.